Here goes. To get paid the best, you must be the best. Let me repeat that. To get paid the best, you must be the best. Now, we all know that this principle is true when it comes to sports, right? For the most part, the best players, well, they get paid or earn the most money, right? Well, Tiger Woods, the golfer, he was the best. He made the most money. A basketball player, LeBron James, he's the best pretty well. He makes the most money. The tiniest difference between a baseball player batting an average of 250 versus 300 is the difference between earning $1 million a year and earning $10 million a year. So we all know that in sports, how good you are at what you do pretty well, not always, but pretty well, determines your income. But for some odd reason, we think that in business, hey, this doesn't really matter. You know what? In my live seminars, I often ask people, how good are you at what you do? Not just at being the technician part, but in your business in general. And most people, you know, they're not sure. They think they're doing pretty good. And then I give them the answer and I scream. The easiest way to know how good you are at what you do is simple. Look at your paycheck. Look at your income. That will tell you for sure. And of course, the room goes dead silent. The fact is, most people have never made being the absolute best in their specific business and in business in general a big priority. So, how good is your product or service? How good are you in your specific business and business practices and strategies in general? Malcolm Gladwell, in his best-selling book, Outliers, he looked at the commonality among the most successful people in the world. And what he found out was very, very interesting. And what he said was that it took at least, listen closely, at least 10,000 hours of practice to become a master and in each and every arena that he researched. 10,000 hours, meaning people actually trained and practiced and learned for 10,000 hours before their mastery actually set in. So how about you? How many hours do you train in your arena? How many hours do you practice and hone your craft? How many hours do you actually study business and actually learn? You know, Tiger Woods trained for 6 hours a day. LeBron James practices and watches film for 6 hours a day. And this is all on top of their actual game playing time. Here's a question. How long does an Olympic athlete have to train before coming in even last place, let alone winning a gold medal? I don't know. Maybe it's what? You think it's 6 hours a day for 4 or 5 or 6 years straight? I'd say probably more. What do you think? Again, how much attention are you giving to becoming the absolute best in your field, in your business, and in business in general? As I teach around the world, you know, the students constantly ask me, you know, how can I become a great trainer? Because, you know, I do training. So how can I become a great trainer? And I know what they usually also mean is a great and rich trainer. So I answer, I say, well, take the Train the Trainer programs. You know, volunteer to assist at the events so that you can see how the business is actually run. And they say, well, I don't really have time to do all that. And I say 2 words to them. You're broke and you always will be. What I mean is that there's not a chance in heck that these people will ever succeed. Why? Because they are not willing to do what it takes to be great at what they do, let alone be the best at what they do. Funny. A lot of people, when they do the course, you know, they do it live, they say, wow, Harv, you know, you're one of the best trainers on the planet. Okay, thank you. You're naturally gifted. And you know what? It's funny to me because they never ask about the dozens of times that I volunteered and supported other people's programs, that I studied accelerated learning techniques for years and years and years and became proficient at it, that I took acting workshops, voice coaching, studied other people's courses, that when I I look at and I still take notes at shows and concerts that I attend. When Madonna sits on the step at her show, I write that down, sit on the step on the show. I mean, I take notes on that. I spend hours a day in front of a mirror that I read books on writing and communicating. Do you get it? Do you get it now? How good are you at what you do? How good a business person are you? Here's an easy way again. Look at your paycheck. Look at your income. Do you want to be bigger? Do you want to be better? Then be better. In fact, be the best. I'll say it again. Be the best. Broke Harv just winged it and hoped for the best. Rich Harv studies, trains, and practices with the intention to actually be the best in the world. That's right. In the world. Now, I'm not saying you have to end up as the best in the world. You may or may not. But if you practice as if you are intending to be the best in the world, you will be great. And you're going to get paid for that. Let's do this declaration together. I am the best in the world at my business. Repeat after me. I am the best in the world at my business. Give yourself a high five and say, I'm amazing. Good job. Okay.